In this video, I'm going to show you guys a more challenging question involving proof with parallel lines. I want you guys to pause the video um, and take a look at the question that's given right now. Okay, welcome back. So here, what's given to us is line FE and line GJ. They are parallel to each other. That's given. Line FG and line KH, they are also parallel to each other. And what they want us to do is to prove angle 5 and angle 1 are congruent. Angle 1, angle 5 are congruent. So this is unlike the previous video where we were only asked to apply pretty straightforward properties. In this question, it's a little bit more complicated, but if you know the properties, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, corresponding angles, all of them would be congruent to each other. If the two lines are parallel, then it's going to make the process a lot simpler. So please make sure you remember the properties now, okay? All right, so let's get started. So 1 and 5, they don't look like they are they are definitely not corresponding, right? They don't look like they're alternate interior, alternate exterior. So for now, as it is, it seems like there's nothing we can do about it. But what about if we make a pit stop? If we kind of make a pit stop in between, like a bridge, can we try to connect the 5 with 2? We can try to connect angle 5 with angle 2. And can we try to connect angle 1 to angle 2? So angle 5 and angle 2, what's the relationship between them? They already said that FG, that's given to us, FG and KH are parallel, which means this is my transversal, right? So angle 2 and angle 5, they would be alternate interior, alternate exterior, or corresponding. I hope your answer is alternate interior, right? So this is my, I have one line over here, another parallel line over here, and my transversal goes like that. So 2 and 5, angles 2 and 5 are alternate interior, so which means they will be congruent. Okay, let's keep that as a mental note, right? Let's just kind of now let's look at angle 2 and angle 1. So they said FE and GJ. FE is this line over here. GJ is this line over there. Now, and they are parallel, which means this FG is my transversal. So angle 1 and angle 2, they would be alternate interior as well, right? Angle 1 and angle 2, they would be alternate interior too. Okay, if you don't understand what I've just talked about on the relationship between 2 and 5 and 1 and 2, please rewatch this section again. Okay, now let's try to continue. Okay, so now right now I have used this angle 2 to kind of create a link, right? Create a link between 1 to 2 and the 2 to 5, or 5 to 2, 2 to 1, doesn't matter. But angle 2 is sort of this transition, right? Sort of like a bridge. And let's put it down for now, and let's see what happens. So, it is given that FE is parallel to GJ, so I'm going to put that down. FE is parallel to GJ. That is given to us. And if that's given to us, oh, okay, let's see what happened. Oh, okay. FE is parallel to GJ. GJ. Okay, now next line. Please be very careful when you're typing your answers. So if FE and GJ are parallel, then angle 1 and 2 will be congruent, right? Angle 1 and 2 will be congruent. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. And the reason is if lines are parallel, then, sorry about that. If lines are parallel, then alternate interior angles are congruent. This one right here. If lines are parallel, then alternate interior angles are congruent. And I know this because I already put that down in my first line, right? FE parallel to GJ. So I'm going to put down the 1 there. Okay. Now I have just connected 1 to 2, angle 1 to 2. Let's try to connect angle 2 to 5. So I can only say that angle 2 to 5 are congruent by first saying that FG and KH are parallel. So I have to put that down, okay? So FG is parallel to KH. And again, this was given to us. Okay, so now I have said FG, KH are parallel. Right? I can say 2 and 5, they are congruent. So angle 2 is congruent to angle 5. And the reason is because we already said that the lines are parallel, so the alternate interior angles. If lines are parallel, then alternate interior angles will be congruent. And the lines are parallel, that would be this line, right? That's FG and KH. So that would be line number 3. So be careful, okay? Be careful when you're choosing the line. Line number 3, because that is the line, FG, that line number 3, this one right here, that is where we say FG is parallel to KH. And because of that, then I can say 2 and 5 are congruent. Angle 2 and 5 are congruent. Okay. All right. Now, what we have done is we have just connected angle 1 to 2 and angle 2 to 5. If angle 1 is congruent to angle 2 is congruent to angle 5, then what can we say about angle 1 and angle 5? They are both congruent to angle 2. So I can say angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. Does that make sense? Because 2 is the bridge. Angle 1 has the same measure, equal measure as angle 2. Angle 2 equal measure of angle 5. So angle 1 must be equal measure as angle 5. Right? That's pretty simple. Now, this is where you have to be careful. Now, all of these properties, we will, as I mentioned in the previous videos, we will come across all of them. But it is not, you don't always have to use all of them, right? Sometimes one property might be more useful than the other. In this case, when we are sort of using this, when we're using this another angle as a bridge or another line or something else as a bridge, right? We're going to use this transitive property. You guys know what transition is. So transition means we kind of make a pit stop and then continue, right? So in this case, angle 2 is sort of the pit stop. And when we continue, we can connect 1 to 5. So I'm going to choose transitive. And when we choose transitive, they will ask you, okay, so I have line 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of these 4 lines, which one are we connecting? So I'm trying to connect angle 1 to angle 5. So it will be line number 2 and line number 4. So here I choose line number 2. Here I choose line number 4. Okay, be careful with that. And that's it. Thank you. Your proof is complete because I have just proved that angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. Okay, so the thinking process um, is a bit more complicated than the previous example, but you'll be okay as long as you are mindful of what you are entering here. You cannot just put everything down and for no reason. If you know why you're doing every step, then you should be okay. All right, give it a try. We will spend more time in class on this, and at the beginning, it will be a bit more challenging. But again, it's math. The more practice you do it, the easier it becomes. Just like a lot of things in life, it's the same thing. Keep working hard, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.